coming back at you. Deep in the Hawaiian jungle. We're going to get our mic check on. Let's see. Let's see here. You got me? Control? Why is tripping? You got me here. You got me? Control? Why is tripping? You got damn. That's spinning, still spinning. Still spinning. Oh, I know the problem. Let me see here. That's the problem. That's the problem. That's the problem. I got what's going on. 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 Okay. All right. Yeah, I got it. I got it. I had a Starlink connected. You got it there? Okay. All right, we got it. Everybody, you got me there?
Yep.
Okay, we good. We good. We good. I had the Starlink off, big homie. All right, let me get right this up in here. Okay. Okay, there we go. Let me get my light on. About to have a conversation that Maggie don't want to have about that Petro dollar. Let me get my lights on. What's good with you, Mark? Houston, we got Book moderating. The best damn moderator in the business. Let me get right here, y'all. 1 second. I just got off the tour. Give me 5 seconds here. Let me pull the whoop up. There it is. Let me pull the chat back up. We got a mic on. We got our likes on. Let me get one more likes in there. And I appreciate them likes, big homie. Yep, we about to have a conversation that MAGA, they don't want to have. Like I say. All right, I got my like on. Send clapping seal. I appreciate you, Ronnie, already. You're running the jewels on me. I appreciate you. Is that Ronnie? I appreciate you, big homie. What's up with you, Mark? Aloha, Barry Bags. And once again, we got the best moderator in the business. Book moderating. So I appreciate y'all. Yeah. We're going to get to all that. We're going to get to the chat. I just got off the tour. All day long, and it was a great tour. The big homie, this cat was he was a tool maker. And see, this is what happens when you're nice to people. He gave me a nice handmade banana tree chopper. Yeah, that's handmade, got the case and everything. Yeah. So shout out to my man that left me with the gift. Yeah, we get a lot of gifts here. We give gifts and we get gifts. But yeah, we in the spot here. It's time to have that discussion that MAGA doesn't want to have because they don't have the answer to the fact that the United States has lost the petrodollar, which means you better get ready for hyper inflation. And once again, it's been a long time since the greenback has not been the world's reserve currency. So we're going to have that discussion here today, and we're going to get to the chat. You need a handmade job. That's so funny, Sean. Wow, Sean. How long did it take for you to come up with that one? So yeah, once again, you know what? I'm just in time. The futures market getting ready to open up, so we're going to watch the open up of the futures. See what WTI is trading at. We're going to check out what the S&P and the Dow on the pre-market is going to open up at, and it's on and popping. Don't worry, chat. We're gonna get to the Palestinian flags and all that. Aloha, the name I can't pronounce. What's good with you, Abel? We see you. Are you worried about the economy? Yes. Thank you for that. Awesome question, Ping. I appreciate that. And I can't even pronounce that name. And Satoru, I don't hate anyone. Hate is a really bad word. No, I don't hate anyone. No, we don't use that word up in here. Yes, Yes, Ping, I'm very worried about the economy. Because like I keep saying, I appreciate that like, big homie. Like I keep saying, you can't get that monkey at 1600, he can't get that bond yield down. Like I say every day in here. That's why when you ever wondering why is he up at 2, 3, 4 in the morning tweeting or posting on live social, on True Social, I should say, that's because he worried about that 10-year note. He worried about that bond yield. And don't y'all ever forget that. You got to watch that yield curve on that 10-year note. Before this all started, that was down in the 3s. Now you in the mid 4s, which is a great indication that the world is decoupling from the US dollar. Oh, here we go. What's this channel about? All I can do is tell you this, 2689. This channel is going to be about hiding you if you don't stop spamming this chat. I appreciate that like, big homie. Yup. Do I support Palestine or Israel? Well, all I do is discuss Palestine and Israel. It's not about supporting one or the other. But yes, I'm still talking about Ping 18's question. I'm extremely worried. Thank you, Book. I'm extremely concerned, I should say, about this economy because, like I've said many times on here, you are in a perfect storm. I appreciate that like, big homie. You're in a situation where you got this bond yield that's too high. This stock market is completely manipulated. Inflation is on the rise. And also you got that chatbot coming like a freight train. I appreciate that like, big homie. That chatbot is coming like a freight train. So you in a perfect storm here. The U.S. economy couldn't be in a worse situation. And like I said, do not let that little 50,000 Dow fool you. I appreciate that like, big homie. Whatever you do not let that fool you. That's that insider trading, underground janky casino that you're dealing with there. So once again, we're going to watch the futures. The futures going to open up probably about another 5 to 10 minutes. What's good with you, Jack? We see you. What's good with you, Jason? Great name. Love the name, Jason, from Madagascar. Let's keep going here. Yes, the economy is cooked. UBI is on the way. The paper money is not backed by gold either, says Tails. You're exactly right. And that's a great comment, Tails, because that's what we're going to start doing. We're going to start focusing in on some really nice comments. And the funny thing is about that UBI that a lot of people don't realize, it is probably at the end of the day going to come in the form of energy certificates. A lot of people think it's going to come in the form of more or less like a welfare check. Nah, this technique that they're trying to incorporate, they're going to be giving you energy certificates. In other words, you're only going to be able to use these certificates to more or less purchase a certain amount of things, like buy a computer, like keep your lights on. And say, for example, you need to fly back east for an emergency, for a weekend or whatever. That's going to take up a lot of your energy certificates, which could very easily mean your lights may not be on by the end of the month. Yep, you better believe it. All day long. All day long. So that's the kind of situation you're in now. That's the kind of situation you're in. I want to see what this WTI is going to come in at. He's talking about the goblin flag. We don't need any history month. In fact, whatever. Yeah, things are going to get worse for sure. Personally, this is Ping 18. Yeah, things are going to get worse for sure. Personally, I have faith in Jesus. God isn't worried about the economy. Weather JS. That's your opinion. And everybody's entitled to their opinion. And 007 Wizard, he obviously is attracted to one flag up there. He obviously knows nothing about the other two flags. So that's why we just kind of ignore that right now. Hey, what's up with Vaccinator? Hey, man, loving the channel so far. You got some really interesting takes. It's so inspiring to see. Ha, ha, ha. Here living, speaking his truth. God bless. Ha, 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 Vaccinator. Ha, 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 ha. Yeah, you set me up there. You had me read the first part, then you dropped that little whoop-de-whoop on me. Ha, 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 ha. That's so funny. So we'll keep moving along. Who cares about the communist flag, idiot? 007, the only reason why you don't care about the communist flag is because you're a low IQ individual and you know nothing about what's on the communist flag. So we're going to keep it going. Like I said, I'm trying to wait for about another 5 to 7 minutes. I want to check this futures market, see where these numbers come in at, and see the low IQ individuals. They're going to be staring at me saying, what is he talking about? Low IQ. What is WTI? What is hey Dylan? What does he mean by the futures market? Oh, what, he can see the future? Ah! So once again, we're trying to upgrade. I appreciate that, book. I appreciate that. We're trying to upgrade the quality in this podcast as much as we can. And once again, if you're under 18, get out of this room. This podcast is not for you. This podcast is for adults only. So let's see here. Great day. Who was that? What's up, Silver? I think you might have been here before. Let's see here. It's not even, what did he say? It's not even the flag either, you moron. You combine the Chinese flag with the Russian one. And once again, you see how low IQ that 007 is? Talking about I combine the Chinese one with the Russian one. That's because he's a low IQ individual, because he knows what none of those symbols mean. And we got a couple minutes here. Let's make this 007. Since his mommy didn't give him enough attention. So 007, let's ask you, what does the sickle mean on the Soviet flag? Since you're such an expert at flags. We have a very low IQ individual, and we got about 5 minutes to waste. So let's watch this. Look at him. You made that flag up. Okay, so we'll move on from you because you're a low IQ individual. Aloha. What's good with you, Roman? Who do you think is right, Israel or Palestine? When you say right as far as what? Dark Devil? Right as far as what? Because the main thing people need to be concerned about is that petrodollar, if you're American. And once again, you have a lot of low IQ individuals in here, so I'm looking for the high IQ individuals that can actually talk about the petrodollar. 90% of people in this damn chat has no idea what the petrodollar is. No clue. Look at 007. You idiot. Oh, he just didn't get enough attention as a child, so we'll move on. Electric car, booyah. Curbs, Petro. What's your take? Kirby's belt holder. What's your take on the petrodollar? You got a blue IQ. I'm mid IQ. I'm trying to talk to belt holder. What's his take on the petrodollar? That's a geopolitical issue. They probably don't know. Exactly, Silver. Exactly. There are some low IQ individuals in here. So once again, we got to weed them out so we can get to the damn quality up in here. We got to weed, and we'll start weeding them out in about another 3 or 4 minutes when we start talking about these finance numbers. And they're looking at the screen like, well, what he talking about? When he say WTI, what is he talking about? It's a doggone shame. Well, Wilcox OG, you telling everybody to get away from me, but you still in here. Hey guys, let's leave this place, but I'm gonna stay. Like I say, yeah, I thought we could get some. Let me go back to belt holder. Whoever has power over the petrodollar has the power. That's why we took Venezuela. All I can do is tell you this, belt holder. Venezuela is not going to help you. Venezuela, I appreciate that like, because Venezuela is not going to help you. First of all, it doesn't sound like you know much about the petrodollar when you say something like that with Venezuela in it. First of all, that janky oil, that janky ass oil down in Venezuela is a crying shame. You heard the oil executives at that monkey at 1600's cabinet meeting Said, we don't want that janky oil, for one. And for two, I don't think you understand that the GCC is the main supplier of the petrodollar. Let's see here. Who else we got in here? What would you invest in? That's a decent question from 8401. Donnie Bell. Thank you, Donnie Bell, for a decent question. I personally like real estate, agriculture, and art. Personally, 8401. Personally, I like things that you can touch right now. You'll hear some of these low IQ MAGAs that'll come in here and try to defend. Their defense against the petrodollar is, I don't know, they talk about something related to cryptocurrency, and that's the worst thing you can do. You saw Bitcoin go from 126 all the way down to 73. So once again, when you're dealing with this MAGA, you're dealing with some low IQ individuals. Let me, we invested in land. Good, smart. Very smart, belt holder. Land where, if you don't mind me asking, while I pull up the futures market. Let's see here. Where we at here? Let's see here. Let's see here. Okay, they say the futures are flat. What's the oil market doing? What's the oil market? I guess the oil market ain't came up yet. That'll come up here real soon. I'll keep refreshing. Let me see if it's in the let's see if it's in the headline here, because lots of times they like to show that the stock futures are flat in overnight trading as June trading begins near record highs. Let's see, you got anything about, let's see if they got anything. Okay, there we go. WTI rose 1.8 to 88.83 a barrel, while Brent is up 1.5% to 92. Once again, that goes to show you, that's them the numbers I was looking for. That goes to show you that nobody has faith in this so-called janky ceasefire. Here's Silver's Eye. Let's see here. Avis Land in America, you don't own it because you still got to pay taxes. That's exactly right. That's a heck. I appreciate them likes, big homie. I appreciate the likes. You're exactly right, Silver. Here in America, we don't own. Everything's taxed triple and quadruple times. Taxed. I think that's what. Yep, you're exactly right. You're exactly right, Silver. I couldn't have said it better myself. I appreciate that like, big homie. That's why I laugh at people when they go, "We own our home." You hear that, MAGA? First of all, like Silver just said, you got to pay taxes. We're all renting from the government, and you always get the people with a mortgage they'll go to the local party and go, "Oh yeah, I own my home." You don't own a damn thing. The bank allows you to stay there. The only reason why you're there is because the bank allows you to stay there. You don't own Nathan until you make that last house note. And like Silver just said, even then, you still renting from Uncle Sam. I appreciate that like, big homie. Let's keep this going. Let's keep this going. Oh, that's the big homie right there. 9D6. We see you, big homie. Let's keep it going here. Who we got here? There's no home owning. You're exactly right, belt holder. And 007, we'll skip past him because he's a low IQ individual. Let's see here. Roman, without using laptop, explain quantum physics. Like Prince Philip told Princess Diana on The Crown. I'm asking the questions here. You want to ask questions? You start a podcast. And if you don't like that, don't let the Starlink hit you where the sun don't shine. Here we go. Here we go. Was that Skylar? Was that Skylar? Hold up. Did I miss Skylar? I missed something there. Oh, okay. No, that's Silver's Eye. Okay. Okay, I see you. Hayes. What's good with you, Hayes? Hey, how everyone doing today? It's good to see you, Hayes. Like I said, San Antonio. San Antonio, and they favored to win it. They favored to win it all. What's good with you, 9D6? We see you. Let me keep going down. Weird having the Israeli flag up next to the USSR. What about the yellow and green flag? I appreciate that like, big homie. What about the yellow and green flag? I didn't hear you comment on that. Oh. Hey, Dylan. Hey, Dylan. I didn't think he was going to call on me. What in the hell is the yellow and green flag? You low IQ. Who knows nothing? You probably know nothing about any of these flags up there. You own what you have, the personal force to defend. There you go. Everybody's got their little comment. No problem. DYMD 1996. When you can put up a mature, educated comment, then maybe I can educate you. But like I said, at 56 years old, I don't have time to waste on low IQ individuals. So here we go. Book. You hear, Book? Let's see if Book is in the house here. Let's see if Book can do us a favor here. Yep. 9D6. Now what's getting ready to happen. I'm not sure if Book is still in here. Let's give him a chance. Maybe he got sidetracked there. What's good with your drops? Thank you, belt holder. I appreciate you. So what we'll do, I'll do the honors. 007 Wizard, you got any last words? Switch. Goodbye. Goodbye. We don't have time for you today. Roman, I told you, I'm asking the questions here. He gonna ban them all. No, we're not gonna ban them all. No, just the silly ones, the ones that's wasting everybody's time. The ones that keep coming in here, hey, everybody look at me. My mommy never gave me enough attention, so somebody please look at me. We just put them in a little timeout. You got to treat them like third graders. I appreciate that like, big homie. It's a shame how some people come in here and they just show you outright that they just did not get enough attention from their parents. And once again, I appreciate that like, big homie. And once again, if you're under 18, this podcast is not for you. You need to step out of here. It's a shame. And y'all don't understand. I get it all through the night. Low IQ, silly comments on my videos all through the night. Oh yeah. It never stops for me. But hey, that's the price you gotta pay. So yeah, once again, so you got WTI that came in with the number up. Let me check it one more time. Let's pull up that market again. Because like I said, the thing you gotta look out for is what WTI is doing, West Texas Intermediate. You got the futures. Futures is down. Yep, you down on the Dow, you down on the S&P, and you down on the NASDAQ. You got WTI up. That's all to the bad. Has that 10-year opened up? And you still got that 10-year 4.4. And like I said, I appreciate that like, big homie. And like I keep saying, that's what makes Trump toss and turn at night. Y'all always got to remember that. You always got to look at that bond market. You got to keep paying attention to that 10-year note. That tells you that the world is decoupling from the U.S. And like I say, anytime you get this maggot up in here, they can never answer the question of how in the world are they going to make up that petrodollar? How on God's green earth are we going to make up that petrodollar? And that's what people need to be worried about. That's why I don't listen to these low IQ individuals, because anybody that comes in here spewing this and spewing that and spewing this and spewing that, that means they're either being taken care of by their spouse or they're being taken care of by their mommy. So they could care less what the price of these things are because they leaning on somebody. These numbers are for people, mature, responsible people that can take care of themselves. And that's why I appreciate that like, big homie. people that got to figure things out. They got to support their family, try to figure out how they going to make it this month. Yeah, you got a lot of silliness in here because all they do is go, well, can you buy me this? Oh, I'm out of that. Can you, not knowing the price of anything, not caring about the price of anything because they don't have to pay for anything. So that's why we don't listen to silliness up in here. Like I said, we'll get to the flags and all that in a minute, but we're going to talk a little bit about this finance now. Like I said, I mainly talk about these flags and whatnot on the weekend, but this is the end of the weekend. Now it's time to get back serious here, looking at these numbers. And we better be concerned about that petrodollar. That's all I can tell you. Let me look at this chat. They made me present my ID for YouTube crazyism. Facebook did the same thing. I'm not sure if you I'm not sure, Silver, if you started a channel, but that's what they do. I'm not sure why they made you present your ID. Let's see here. Let's see. Free Palestine. Give me. You're going to 1996. You're giving me a chance. And once again, I was just talking to my wife about this earlier. It's amazing how self-centered. I didn't realize till I started a podcast how self-centered and arrogant a lot of these people are. Oh, you're giving me a chance. I mean, DYMD. He's giving me a chance like he's the last human being on planet Earth that could come into one of these podcasts. Once again, I say it every day on here. There's 8.3 billion people on this planet. If you leave, somebody else will come right back in. It's amazing how arrogant. And once again, he must be MAGA. That DYMD. He must be MAGA. There's no such thing as Israel. Palestine is being illegally occupied by religious extremist terrorists. That's your opinion, and you're entitled to that. Just wait, Chad. He'll lose his whoop-de-whoop on me. Watch this, y'all. Watch this. Watch how I lose my manure on him. Watch this. Y'all look at that. Look at that DYMD for me, y'all. Watch this. Watch how I make him disappear. Watch this. Abracadabra. I want to reach out and grab ya. I told you. You have some people in here, their whole life is they go from podcast to podcast to podcast, begging for their name to get called out. That's how sorry they are. So let's go down here. Let's keep rolling here. Now we can kind of get rid of some of the people that's in the way. I myself, he's a MAGA millennial. Bye, Felicia. I be blinking. Aloha, I be blinking. Thank you, Tactical. That's the best thing I've been called all week. I appreciate you. Like I said. So let's get to it. Let's get to somebody that's throwing up one of these flags. Let's see if we can do a pop quiz right quick on one of these low IQ individuals. Then we'll get back to the stock market. Because that's exactly what you got in here. Amir TV, where are you from? I like to answer a question with a question. Where are you from? Israel. Why? Here we go. We got Quiver. We got Quiver. What do you have against Israel, Quiver? Before we start in on you, let's find out, what do you have against Israel? That's DJ farting in the club. That screen name tells you he's a waste of time. We're gonna talk to Quiver. I'm from Iran. Okay. Well, I'm from the United States. Aloha. I'm sure y'all enjoying controlling the strait right now. I'm sure y'all be partying in the streets of Tehran. I'm sorry we have a monkey at 1600 that don't know what the hell he's doing. So I appreciate you, big homie, for being up in here. I appreciate everybody for being up in here. Yeah. And y'all going to be controlling that strait for a long time because of them 40 gigs that Miriam got on that monkey at 1600. Brother, you're sitting in front of a camera wanting to be listened to, yet you have the audacity to call people sad. Look at, and the funny thing is, you're watching me sit in front of the camera. Like I say, how stupid can some of these people be? Here's Quiver. Why are you supporting an apartheid state, my guy? What about the other two flags, my guy? What about the other two flags? How come you don't have a problem with the other two flags? And personally, I don't think you know anything about the Israelis as well. And I'm going to prove that to you right now. With a reply like "they suck too," that tells me you don't know nothing about nothing. So we'll prove that right quick. Since you know so much about Israel, and once again, if you answer for this person, all me or Book is going to do is time you out. So how many Israelis live in the West Bank? Bye, John. Don't let the Starlink hit you. Goodbye. I'm leaving your small channel. And I'm going to, I'll be back. Right, Quiver 77. Right, we're talking about Israel. How many Israelis live in the West Bank? Yeah, don't try to stall for time now. Now that you done stuck your hand in that pile of chicken manure. Thank you, Johnny. Thank you. Who cares? They control the West Bank. There you go. In other words, you don't know nothing about nothing. So we'll never have to answer one of your comments again. Next. Is this the Communist News Network? Mad Patriot Missile. Why do you say, is this the Communist News Network? Why do you say that? Watch how we make him look stupid, y'all. Watch this. I appreciate them hearts, big homie. He goes, uh-oh. Hey, Dylan, what do I say to that? I didn't think he'd call on me, bud. Well, I don't know, Pete. It's your tree. You're sitting in it, bud. I got you. Yes, Book. There he is. The little red flag above your head, homie. Okay, we got Patriot Missile. Okay. So tell me, Patriot Missile, watch this, y'all. Watch this. So let's talk about the red flag for a second. What's the star mean on the red flag? And people tell me it's been a delay on the chat and whatnot, so I'll give y'all a little bit more time. What's the star mean on the flag? Listen, you hear this? You hear this, fool? Yeah, let me stand up here. Did y'all see this dummy? He said China. Ah! Stupid can you be? No, it stands for the state, you fool. Yeah, thank you for that like, big homie. Dang it. I tell you, he said China. Well, it kind of looks like the Chinese flag. It's got the same colors. Go, real talk, Book. Book, you see what I'm dealing with in here, moderator? You see what I'm dealing with? And he came in here all brassy. Well, we just the Communist Network. I'm gonna prove to him I know about communism. You fool. Now look at him. Is that my no, Patriot Missile. Don't try to change the subject matter now. We're gonna continue to make you look stupid and silly. So what's the hammer mean? We'll give you an easy one now. What's the hammer mean on the red flag? Watch this show. Yes, the USSR flag. Oh, no, I'm going to redeem my damn self. What's the hammer mean? You've already looked silly saying China with the star. Maybe you'll get the hammer. Look at him trying to stall so he can go to Google. In 3, 2, 1, hard labor. You hear this guy? You know what? I won't even bother. It means industry. I won't even bother with the sickle. We'll move on. Once again, They did horrible things. Don't mean he's. Thank you, Hayes. Hayes, all I can do is tell you, you have an aneurysm trying to explain to these people. But believe you me, you'll never. Like I always say, Hayes, it's like trying to sculpt lava rock with a piece of cotton. You're never gonna break through. Look at it. Where's that? Look at it. Look at. He hasn't explained Jack Diddley squat. Look at that Patriot missile. We'll move on now. What flag has the AK-47 on it? You tell me, Quiver. You came in here talking about the Middle East. You tell me. There you go. You tell me, Quiver. Let's go to 4/20/17. What's the flag on the top left? Were they not formed in the 40s? Let's see, talking about the top. I guess you're left. Well, are you talking about the red flag? I'm a love this. 420. Are you talking about the red flag? Thank you, 96. Like I said. Okay, 420. Okay, so you're talking about the Israeli flag. Okay, so let's give us an exact year that it formed. Look at this fool, some Mozambique. Look at this fool. Bah, 420. Next. You're a little too early, big homie. I will give you credit. At least you knew it was in the 40s, but you're a little bit too early. So we'll keep moving on. Quiver me timbers. Exactly. Thank you. Thank you, Savage Glizzy. Thank you, Savage Glizzy. We greatly appreciate that. If Savage Glizzy, if you could please, with the utmost respect, stay after class and maybe we'll give you some extra credit if you can tutor these low IQ individuals. Thank you. I can be wrong with this 40. Nope, 9D. He just put it up there. 48. He just put it up there. Let's see what Bigfoot Barry has to say. I'm from Tel Aviv. This is my favorite YouTube live. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Bigfoot Barry. So let's talk to you, Bigfoot Barry. You're from Tel Aviv. Let's put you on the hot seat here. Once again, Quiver 77 and Patriot Missile, sign up next semester. You failed the class. Your seat has been auctioned off. Bigfoot Barry, you ready? Let me see if Bigfoot Barry is ready. Let's see if Bigfoot Barry is ready for a question. You up for a question, Bigfoot? I don't know if Bigfoot wants to answer a question. He's from Tel Aviv. Maybe okay, here we go. Here's Bigfoot. Here's Bigfoot Barry. I'll give you the same question I've been asking. How many Israelis are in the West Bank? Bigfoot. Roughly. Thank you, Fitness. I appreciate that. Book, go ahead and time that Quiver 77 out. Once again, anybody try to answer the question for these people? And first of all, he put up the wrong question. He put up the wrong answer, I should say. Anybody do that? Go ahead and time him out, please, Book. Quiver 77. Thank you, sir. The best damn moderator in the business. No, Bigfoot Barry, only 700,000. Only 700,000. We'll give you one more, Bigfoot. We'll give you one more. Who is the head of Mossad right now? Now, you live in Tel Aviv. Out of anybody, you should know this. Who is the head of Mossad at the present moment? Let's see. Where's Bigfoot? We're giving him one more chance. Roman. Bigfoot, you're making Tel Aviv look bad. Next. 6954. Well, Not quite 6954. Not quite. I like the comment, but not quite, sir. Once again, I say this name up in here every day. David Barnea. David Barnea. So y'all remember that. That question will come back up in here. He meant Rome. I'm not sure what Fredo was talking about. Where did you get the hammer and the sickle? Love it. I painted it. I appreciate that. I painted it. 6954. You're right, but all at the same time you're wrong because you're misspelling his last name. I appreciate that. That's the communist China flag. Yeah, I don't know. These people don't know left from damn right. It's horrible. It's horrible. It's absolutely positively horrible. All roads lead to Rome. Well, no, I think all roads lead to Africa. So let's keep rolling here. There's Cooper. There he is, Coop. You see how we got the plaque dedicated to her, Coop. Thank you for that, Coop. That's because Miriam got them 40 gigs. That's why we got the 40 over there. We got that 40 right there. I appreciate that, Coop. I appreciate that. And y'all hit that like button for me. China, exactly. Glizzy. Yep, David Barnea. It is. What kind of security clearances do you possess? And why would you like to know, 86? Why such a, I appreciate that like, big homie. And why such a personal question? Yes, it is, Salinas. That is a picture of Mao. Yes, it is. Yes, it is, exactly. Yep. And you let me know when you're ready for a Mao question. Burn the is not real flag, whatever. Oh, we have a low IQ individual at 2396. Oh, my heavens. Oh, my heavens. A really bad grammar we got there. Coop got the Miriam Allison up. Yes, it is, Ben Poro. And you know what, Ben? I gotta repaint that styling because it's starting to, the humidity in this room, because we deep in the Hawaiian jungle and it's very humid out here. It's starting to actually eat away at some of the paint. So I gotta try to save that styling picture because I really like it a lot. Yeah. I see you, D96. I'm curious, since you called a DOD F1 an idiot. I'm not sure. A DOD F1 an idiot. Since you called a DOD F1 on an idiot, I have no idea what you're talking about, 86. Can you please talk English? A DOD F1, that's a Department of Defense on an idiot. Can you please speak English? Thank you for them hearts. Yeah, I mean, like I said, it's 99 out here. I heard that. It ain't that hot here. Seeing you all love Israel so much. Like I said, it's funny how they never look at the other flags. I'm trying to see what. Just replace Stalin with Lenin. Okay, 1126. 1126. You seem to know a little bit about the Soviet Union. What year was the Red October? What year was the Red October? I don't think you quite know there. You might be Googling at this point. So we'll move on. There you go. Okay. Okay, Joshua Herb. Okay. What does the star mean on the Soviet flag? I just said the answer. Do you stand for what you believe? Whatever. Better than other flags. Aren't that bad compared to the. I'm not. That looks like a damn. Whatever that picture is, looks like a damn box of apple juice. So I have no idea what you're talking about. I have no idea what you're talking about. So Joshua, we want to know what the star means on the Soviet flag. You're taking too long. I appreciate that book. I appreciate that, book. And once again, Joshua Hurt, just like Prince Philip told Princess Diana in The Crown, I'm asking the questions here. So once again, let's get back to the petrodollar, because obviously Joshua doesn't know anything about the flag. He answered the Red October question, all right, but he knows nothing about the flag, so we'll move on. Cooper, that can get him a channel strike, bud. No. I have no idea. Yeah, Cooper, don't be putting that in here. I just read. Thank you, Glizzy. Go ahead, book. Go ahead and time that Cooper out. I didn't even see that. I didn't even see that. Go ahead and time that Cooper out. Yeah. Nobody wants to. No, yeah, it sure can not. No, it can get him in trouble, not me, because I'm not the one talking that. That's him. So we'll go ahead and time that Cooper Texas out. 9D6. All I can do is tell you that Glizzy is exactly right. So let's talk to Red. Thank you, book. Thank you. Let's talk to Red. He's throwing up the Palestinian flag. How many square miles is the Gaza Strip? Red, how many square miles is the Gaza Strip? We're waiting, and we've been waiting. The guidelines of the Communist Party. Why does that matter? Because I asked it, 2396. And if you don't like the way I'm running this podcast, leave. Okay, there you go, Red. There you go. I know you looked it up because it took you forever to answer. I know you looked it up. How many square miles is the West Bank? In 3 seconds. In 2 seconds. In 1 second. He goes, oh, Dylan, I can't pull it up fast enough, bud. You don't know. Thank you, Chemistry. Not many people. Thank you, Chemistry. Not many people read about the Berlin Wall. I appreciate that. Chemistry. That was on a Pink Floyd album as well. You know what, Red? Red? You would have been smarter just putting about 2000. We know you Googled that when you put a number like that. Next. So we'll never trust you again to ask you anything because you're a cheater. Cheater, pumpkin eater. Let's see here. For the 55th time, Red, if you want to ask questions, start a podcast. Just like Prince Philip told Princess Diana in the Crown. I'm asking the questions here. Real talk. Cheater, pumpkin eater. That's a damn shame. What is 86 talking about a myth? So once again, it's pretty sad that we got very few people in here that know what the petrodollar is and even understand what the petrodollar is. Like I said, we're eventually trying to work our way up to some higher IQ individuals. Well, the reason why you're so confused, King of the Flies, is because you didn't take 0.2 seconds to go read the description of the damn channel. So we'll move on. Thank you, Silver. Thank you. You're exactly right. Let me give Silver a question. Let's give Silver a question. What's your specialty, Silver? The Middle East? Israel? Palestine? What's your specialty? What's your specialty, Silver? We finally got a high IQ individual that's been up in here. The petrodollar is why the U.S. invaded Iraq. Now Red wants to try to get. Now he wants to try to get. How old are you, Red? While I talk to Silver here. First of all, how old are you? $23.96. If you don't like the way I'm running this channel, don't let the Starlink hit you. Hold on, I've been here. I'm not these idiots. We're gonna get to you, Hayes. We're gonna get to you because we actually never stumped you. We're gonna go from Silver, then we're gonna get back to Hayes. Because Hayes, I never stumped him from yesterday. So once again, Silver, what's your specialty? I still got to stump Hayes on a sports question. I don't know why I want a question too. What's your specialty, Silver? Before we, for the 15th time, Silver, what is your specialty? We get to you 9D6. What's good with you? What's good with you, dear? I don't have one. Okay, well then, you think about a category. I mean, that's like being on Jeopardy, and they go beep, 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 and now Trebek goes, okay, what category you want? And you go, I don't know. The producer gonna go, can we cut to a commercial and replace this individual? I mean, give me a category. Book, that's Sire 420. He's all yours. So we're gonna move on to Hayes while Silver thinks about what a category is. I gotta try to stump Hayes here. Hayes, you ready? Right above you, Book. That 420. That's Sire 420, right above you. I appreciate that, sir. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. Where's Hayes? Make sure Hayes is still in the house. What do you like to do research on, Silver? Yes, I did the artwork. Red, yes, I did. I don't know if Hayes is still in here. Hayes might have left. We calling Hayes here. Is Hayes still in the house? I think Hayes might have left. Just like to do research. I just like to do research. I answered your question 45 times. Okay, Silver. So so what you're saying is I can pretty much choose the category? Is that what you're telling me? From sports to whatever? Is that what you're telling me? Silver? I believe he's talking about the Berlin Wall. So once again, Silver? Is the Berlin Wall is, I mean, like I say, you can't ask these people any questions because they're talking to 5 different people instead of talking to me. There's Hayes. There we go. Okay, Hayes got me on the big screen. Okay, Hayes. So I gotta dig down deep into my bag of tricks to try to stump Hayes here. Okay, here we go. Let's give Hayes. I gotta try to stump Hayes so I can move on. Hayes was handing it to me yesterday. Let's see here. Let's start him off with an easy one. So I can get my brain warmed up. In Major League Baseball, Hayes, who do they call Mr. October? We'll get to you, Silver. We'll give you a history question. I gotta stump Hayes first. See, I can trust Hayes. He's not gonna cheat. Hayes is in a room with a bunch of people. No, don't tell no, it's this Hayes. Is that Hayes? No. Who is Mr. October, Hayes? See, Hayes, I let Hayes take a while because I know Hayes, he's got integrity up in here. He's proved that. Where is he? I'm cooking. Get back to me. Okay, no problem. No problem. Here we go. We got Silver. He wants a history question. Silver wants a history question. Okay. I give you a recent history question, and I've given the answer up in here a million damn times. What university did Trump graduate from? I don't know if you're asking. You want me to ask you a question about World War II or the Berlin? Is that what you're saying? You want me to ask you a question related to World War II or the Berlin Wall? Is that what you're asking me? Because I can scratch my previous question if that's what you're asking me. While Silver tries to figure out exactly what category he wants, let me get set for what's good. what's what's good with you, Skylar? I was I was chuckling about that on the tour today. For some reason, that ism popped into my damn head on the tour today. Let's see here. Okay, so I guess Silver wants some. The Berlin Wall. How long? How long was the Berlin Wall? And I appreciate them likes, big homie. How long was the Berlin Wall? Silver. Silver. Silver, come out and play. He doesn't know. Okay, so we'll move on now. We'll move on because obviously Silver doesn't know because it's taking him. Yep. So 9d6. What is your there you go. What is your area of expertise, sir? Oh, okay, computer science. Okay. Computer science. So what type of statements? What type of statement? I want two words. I want two words. I'm looking for two words. 9d6. I'm looking for two words. Well, yeah, Silver. You're an hour and a half late. I'm looking for two words. That tells me that you know how to write a logarithm when it comes to programming. I'm looking for two words. And you should know what those two words are when you're writing a logarithm. Two key words. I don't know. Let's see here. Input, output. We ain't trying to hook up a damn VCR. I appreciate that, like, big Come on. Come on. Hey, well, computer science sure the hell ain't your damn specialty. I'm looking for if else. I'm looking for if else. Those were the two words I was He said input output. Who's next? Silver, you're a day late and a dollar short. You're a day late and a dollar short because you Googled it. And everybody from here to Mars knows that. Hell no, it's not. Nah, a VCR is crazy. Where did Obama get his undergrad from, Silver? What Ivy League school? What Ivy League school did Obama go to? He went to two of them. You can give me one of them. This should be easy. I would like the undergrad, but I guess that was supposed to be funny from Bigfoot Larry. But it's funny how nobody laughed. Okay, Silver, I'm asking you. Since you're answering right away, give me both universities that Obama attended. I want his undergrad and what law school did he go to? That's because you're a low IQ individual. Bigfoot Larry. Bigfoot Barry. Silver, I don't see the answer right away. Now Bigfoot Barry, he's commenting right away, but I don't see anything from you. You've got no clue, Silver. You've got no clue. So we'll move on now. Once again, I'll start talking about the petrodollar again, how the United States has to figure out a way to make up this cheddar that they're not receiving out of the GCC. And, anytime you get this low IQ MAGA up in here, they can never answer that question. So you have to get ready for hyperinflation here. You have to get ready for hyperinflation. And hopefully this will teach people a lesson not to put any moron in at 16, a Littlefoot Mary. Exactly. Not to put my Wi-Fi died. No, I was not. Silver, you still haven't given me the answer. Get out of your basement, Unc. 8719. And I'm a bit confused. Was that supposed to be funny, or I'm a bit confused what you're talking about? And the reason why that's so silly, I live on the big island of Hawaii, where it's all lava rock and there is no damn basements. That's why your comment is low IQ. And once again, if you're under 18, get out of this podcast. Very low IQ individuals in here. Get out of your basement, and it's nothing but lava rock down there. And nobody's drilling underneath the ground to put anything in on this underneath this lava rock. So 8719, if you weren't such a low IQ individual, I would tell you who Miriam was. Real talk. Real damn talk. So once again, let me check the headlines, and maybe some higher IQ individuals will come in here. Let me check the news headlines, because we got a lot of silliness coming up in here. See, this is what scares that monkey at 1600. Iran's reopened missile sites show limits of U.S. bombing plan. Exactly. So when they get in here lying to you about, oh, they have no more capabilities, they can't do Nathaniel. They can't do Jack Diddley squat to us anymore. We've eliminated them. That's that MAGA talking. Power struggles and paralysis inside FEMA's lost year as storm season approach. Yeah, that's when they let Elon Musk go in there with the chainsaw of democracy. And that's why every time you read your local weather, you're like, how come the weather is always all off? Damn. Every time I go to my weather, it's never right. Blame MAGA for that one. Low IQ individuals. Bulldozers and dump trucks have countered U.S. strikes, images show. And that's what I'm saying. I thought that monkey at 1600 said that this war was coming to an end and they have no more capabilities. I got a damn book written as a comment the other day. Somebody wrote me a damn soliloquy about, well, Iran, they have no more of this. He was MAGA to the heart. They have no more of that. Their Navy's done. Their missiles are all done. And then you read right here, just the opposite. That's what I tell you. Run from those people. They are low IQ individuals. I don't know how many times I have to tell you that. That's exactly what they are. Let's go back over here to the chat. Maybe some quality came in. Yeah, I know. I can't read so bad. 4309, you're staying here. That's exactly why you're here. Damn if it ain't Dunning-Kruger himself, whoever the hell Dunning-Kruger is. Well, whether my computer's running slow or not. Whether my computer's running slow or not, Silver, you're talking about Honolulu. 5831. He goes, no, that's me. Why don't you go read the description of the channel? Day 21 of trying to figure out who Miriam. Yeah, this is who Miriam is. They said, I've been. This is week 3. Who is that Miriam? I'm not gonna ask, but hell, it's getting to the point where it's taking up part of my damn life. This is who Miriam is. My goodness gracious. My goodness gracious. There you go. That's who Miriam is. Go ahead and do a little research. I appreciate that life, big homie. Well, hell, I've been in here. It's June now. I've been trying to figure out that Miriam. I didn't even celebrate Memorial damn Day. Well, hell, maybe I'll go ahead. Okay, hey Dylan, what do you want, Pete? I'm gonna go ahead and ask him today. Are you sure, bud? He might hide you. Here we go. Here's Haven. Oh, he's got nothing. He's got nothing but. He's a low IQ individual. Now he's walking the hostro for me. She's an agent for the Antichrist. Who's that? Bezer? Yeah, 8719. Look into it. This is an effort to accumulate social credit by coming across as smarter than he is. Yep. And you're right here in this chat watching me so-called do that. I love, like I say every day in here, my biggest critics are also my biggest supporters. That's called an oxymoron. You get it? Moron. Here we go. Bro is really signing with ideology. There's Greta Hoffman. And what ideology am I signing with, Greta? I appreciate that like, big homie. Let's see if Greta's a low or high IQ individual. I'm leaning more towards low, but let's see here. Where's Greta? Bro is really signing. Greta she's obviously she didn't think I would call on her. Hey Dylan, he called on me. Holy Toledo, bud. What do I do now? Where you at, Greta? What happened to Greta? And you know what I love? You know what I love most about this? When you get these low IQ individuals that say something stupid in the chat and I ignore them And then they keep putting the same thing up. Well, shoot up another flare, Pete. Maybe he didn't see us. Hey, bud, did you see my Hey, Dylan, you got one of those stink bombs so I can try to get this guy to. Silly. They keep putting it up. No, I didn't block her. No, nobody blocked anybody. She just don't want to look embarrassed up in here. So that's the deal. Hey, Dylan, you got another flare? Maybe he'll see the fourth one. Look at him. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. The education department has failed a whole generation. You can say that again, Andrew Johnson. You can say that again. Yep, 5831. I'm so schizo that you cannot leave this podcast. That's the funny thing about it. They come in here and get addicted to this place. They're like this at the wall. They go, hey, Pete, can you zoom in a little? Is that Mao? Now, I can't make out the individual on the bottom that's got the 40 gigs on top of him, but I can sort of see the rest there, bud. And I appreciate that like, big homie. And the funny thing is, the title of the podcast, these people so low IQ, they can't even discuss the title of the podcast. That's how bad. I appreciate that like, big homie. That's how sad this society is. Well, hell, I was taught that America has everything because my mommy told me we're smarter and harder working than everybody. And, she's lied about a few other things, but I didn't think she was lying about that. They know nothing about the petrodollar. That's the saddest part about it, is you can barely talk about the damn mature topic because these people so low IQ. That's why I be trying to get some higher IQ people to come in here. Bigfoot Barry, I told you, you're not getting another question. So why don't you go ahead and leave? I don't waste my time and my breath on low IQ individuals. I tested you out. You failed the class. And like I said, come back next semester. Let's talk about guidance systems on a $1 billion toy rocket. Yeah. Like I said, this Haven, you can look at his avatar and tell, I don't know about this Haven. Sad individual. Addicted isn't the word I used. I just couldn't pass up a case study. Yeah, I know. I appreciate that like, big homie. Sure, you couldn't pass up a case study. When I see stuff like that from you, Haven, the first thing that comes to my mind is the movie An Officer and a Gentleman. When Lou Gossett was standing over Richard Gere saying, I want your DOR. Give me your DOR. Seagar, why are you still here? Because I got no place to go. Because I got no other place to go. That's that Haven. That's what I see from that Haven. He's got no other place to go. He or she's got no other place to go. Give me your DOR, Seagar. Sorry. Well, Mr. Papa goes, what the hell? Since I'm so low IQ, let's talk R square values on reentry vehicle. Yeah. Like I said, like Princess Diana, like Prince Philip told Princess Diana in The Crown. I'm asking the questions here. You want to talk all that BS? Then you go start your own damn podcast. They hate when I say that. They hate when I say that. They hate to see somebody that looks like me in charge of anything. They hate it. It's their worst damn nightmare. Here we go. Thank you for that book. We see you, big homie. LOL, right because you're low IQ. I'm so low IQ, you can't leave. Boy, you got some sorry people up in here, boy. I tell you, you got some sorry ones up in here. What's good with you, Yuri? That's the thing I'm realizing. The afternoon session, that is you get lower IQ individuals in the afternoon session. The morning session, you get it's a little bit higher IQ. This night session, boy, you scraped the bottom of the barrel here. Let's see. Look at most blue cities. LOL failing. Look at this guy. Most blue cities are failing. The last I checked, Mississippi was a red city. A red state, I should say. What's good with you, Law? We see you. They walking that Law. You know what? The crop we got in here today, Law, I wouldn't even send them out on the host row. That's how low and sorry this group of individuals are. I wouldn't even send them out on the damn host row. It's horrible what's in here tonight, Law. It's good to see you, big homie. I hope all is well. Yeah, 86. I know. You like to see people pretending. So let me ask you this, 86. Let's bring you down to size here. So let's ask you a question here, 86. What's your specialty topic? Since you're so bright and you have no integrity, you ain't gonna do nothing but go to Google. But you've been chatting away, you've been typing away like a 1950s secretary, just typing away. Let's get you a question. Oh, okay. He doesn't want to be made a fool out of. So he's just going to keep in here typing. So once again, he's taking up space. And we're going to show you what we do with people that come in here and take up space and don't want to answer a question. Watch this. Look at this guy. Look at this guy, guidance systems and microwave arrays. Look at this guy. Who's next? First he goes, nope. Then he talks about guidance systems. Shut up. Hey, New York, too damn. Let's see here. People don't on the streets of Mississippi. Yeah, I know they don't. Yeah, sure they don't. Yes, I can ask you a question, 86. Watch this, y'all. Watch me ask 86 this question. Watch this. Watch this. What's your 86? How come I can't hear you? Hey, 86. How come we can't hear you? I'm asking the guy a question. The hell out of here. Dude called a switch statement a logarithm. No, that's not a switch statement. If else is a logarithm. You don't know a damn thing about computer science. You don't know a damn thing about computer science. Shh. Shh. You're embarrassing yourself. Dude's afraid of guidance systems and microwave arrays. 247? If that's your opinion of me, that's your opinion. Doggone right, I blocked him. Because first I tried to ask, I said, let me ask you a question. Then he goes, nope. He said it twice in there. So you're damn right I blocked him. What's good with you, Jay Coffee? At least I can talk to Jake Coffee about gas prices. The petrodollar. So once again, all you high IQ magas in here, when you going to get back on topic here? The topic is not arrays and all that BS, guidance systems. The topic is the petrodollar, something y'all can't talk about. That's why you try to switch up everything, because you're low IQ. Gas prices been worse under other presidents. Yeah, I believe under Biden, the national average was $5. But let me ask you this, Jake Coffee. No other president was dumb enough to lose the petrodollar. So what you got to say to that, Jake? What you got to say to that, Jake Coffee? Like I told you, this MAGA, they can never. That's why tomorrow I got to come in here with a new topic, because this MAGA, they can't handle the petrodollar question. They can't handle it. Where's Jake Coffee? Where's Jake Coffee? You talking about explain petrodollar? I've been explaining the petrodollar for 3 damn months, Jake. Answer the question and stop stalling. How are you going to make up that money that you're not getting out of the GCC anymore? How are you going to make up that money that when the greenback is no longer the world's reserve currency, Jake? That's the reason why the bond yield is so high, Jake. Because people are starting to realize that they're not going to need dollars anymore to purchase oil, Jake. Stop stalling, Jake. You're looking at hyperinflation, Jake. Explain it to us then. There you go. I just got done explaining it to you, Jake. You didn't keep up your end of the bargain, Jake, with the GCC. Do you even know what the GCC is, Jake? Let's start there, Jake. What is the GCC, Jake? Yeah, you're doggone right. I don't know if you're talking about me being afraid of the petrodollar or what. Yeah, you're doggone right. I'm afraid of the petrodollar. But I'm talking to Jake right now. Do you even know? Let's go back to the first grade before we can jump up to the third grade, Jake. Do you even know what the GCC is, Jake? Jake, we're waiting. Yeah, well. The GCC, Jake, is the Gulf Cooperation Council, Jake. Basically led by the Saudis. See, Jake, you've been taught your whole life that America has everything because you've been told that a certain group of people in this country were smarter and harder working than everybody. A certain group of individuals that I don't need to necessarily name. I mean, I'm pretty sure everybody can read through the lines here, Jake. That's what you've been taught. But the reality, Jake, is this country is propped up by foreign nations. The GCC, the Gulf Cooperation Council, so you can look up all the countries that's involved in that. The deal was, we'll continue to provide you with money and sell oil in US dollars if you provide a security umbrella for us, Jake. That's the reason why you're still stuck in the strait, Jake. Stop looking at Fox News, Jake. And the only way that other foreign nations can acquire oil, Jake, is they have to use US dollars, Jake. So if you're a foreign nation, I appreciate that like, big homie. So if you're a foreign nation and you need oil, you need to acquire dollars. That's the reason why the bond yield has been so low for so many years, Jake. But now people are saying, oh, I might not need dollars anymore. Because they may start slinging this oil in local currencies. And they may even start selling it or exchanging it in gold. You never know. We don't know what's going to come out of this debacle in the Middle East. So that's the reason why they have to raise the bond yield, Jake, to make U.S. treasuries more attractive, Jake. It all goes back to the petrodollar. That's why they keep saying it might be in petro yuans. Since the Chinese got to deal with the Iranians. Which means your little greenback, you're not going to be able to hold over the world's head anymore, Jake. In other words, a country does something that the U.S. doesn't like, we're going to sanction you. We're going to make it tougher for you to acquire dollars. which means it's going to be tougher for you to acquire resources like oil. That's what the petrodollar is, Jake. In a nutshell. Yeah, like I said, I figured I would be wasting my breath on somebody like you. I figured I'd be waiting for. I'm sure somebody got something out of that explanation. Jake, the problem with you is, like I said 10 minutes ago, you've been told your whole life that a certain group of individuals in this country is smarter and harder working than everybody. And that's why we have more. And the world is jealous of you, Jake. And the world is jealous of these certain group of individuals, which nothing could be further from the damn truth. You have no more money coming out of the GCC. Asia and Europe is done keeping your bond market propped up and done keeping your stock market propped up. That underground casino, Jake. Jake, you're a very low IQ individual. So let me move on to somebody that I can actually have a conversation with. Thank you, Book. Thank you. Once again, Jake, if you're under 18, get out of this room. Not true at all, yeah. 9690. Do I live in the woods? Yeah, I guess you could consider this a forest or the woods, yeah. Yep, how about you? Where do you live? Good Times TV? Thank you, 9D6. And that's the reason why I keep saying it looks bad on the US the way this is going down with that petrodollar. It looks really bad the way this is going down because no one's afraid of this military anymore. And that's the only reason why you are able to establish something called the petrodollar for over 50 years, because you always had the world afraid of the US military until you had this monkey go over there in the strait and expose the military. Now people are saying, well, why should we listen to the US? Why should we be bullied by the US? That military can't even handle the Iranians. That's why I keep talking about the petrodollar. And once again, once the greenback is no longer, when I say the greenback, the US dollar is no longer the world's reserve currency, that means the US cannot keep printing money the way we have been. That's the reason why y'all hear a lot of people out there get confused when they hear, well, how come America is so-called so prosperous, but I also hear on the other end that we're 39 to $100 trillion in debt. That's because it's just like in your normal life, you guys. You can be in all the debt you want. You can have credit cards, you can have mortgages, you can have a car note, as long as you can service the debt. It doesn't matter how much debt you're going to. That's why the United States has been able to print money, keep printing money, because people service the debt by buying treasury notes. But the telltale sign is they got to raise the yield on the treasury note because people aren't buying them anymore. In other words, you got all this debt in your life, and your boss comes to you and says, okay, I was paying you $100,000 a year, but you know what? We're only going to give you $50,000 a year. And you got all this debt based on $100,000 a year. What you going to do? You're going to hit the panic button. And that's the reason why they keep raising the bond yield. In other words, now I'll give you 4%. No, that's not good enough. Now I'll give you 4.1% because I need to make this woman more attractive so somebody will take her ass to the prom. Nope, I don't like that either. Okay, I'll give you 4.3%. Nah, I don't like that either. And that's why you're at 4%. Because people keep saying every day more and more, Nah, I don't like it. I don't like, you got to make it more attractive to me. Which brings the U.S. in further and further debt because now they got to pay more in interest. And that's why you've always heard, I'm sure you've always heard, that China can ruin the United States without firing a shot. All they got to do is stop buying 10-year notes. If Europe and Asia stops buying these notes, stops servicing the debt, that's equivalent to you being in debt with your car note, with your mortgage, with your car note, with your mortgage, on your credit cards, and your boss comes to you and says, you're fired. The first thing you do when you lose your job or you hear about somebody losing their job, the first thing you think of is, oh my goodness, how am I going to pay my bills? That's exactly what the U.S. is worried about right now. That's why I try to stay devoid, and you should try to stay devoid of these low IQ individuals in here that have no clue about what's going on in this world. They're more worried about this so-called shed or whatever that I'm in because they low IQ. The U.S. is this close to being a third world country. And people like Jake, he doesn't even know what the GCC is. He's trying to talk on a high school level, and he can't even get out of elementary. He don't even know the basics. He don't even know what the GCC is, the Gulf Cooperation Council. How can you talk mature things to anybody like that? He's low IQ. And that's why I tell y'all, run from them kind of people. You have nothing to gain by people like Jake Coffey. Because all he is in here doing is spewing BS about what he's been told by his mommy and his daddy. Oh, don't worry about it, Jake. If you look a certain way, everything's going to be handed to you from day one. You just have to look a certain way. That's what I'm telling you. Why do you think Obama wasn't a fool for going over into Iran? I appreciate that like, big homie. They tried to suck him out to go over to Iran. No. George W. Bush. No, we're not. I'll call them axis of evil. I'll call them all of that. But no, we're not going up over there. Clinton, we're not going up over there. Reagan, we ain't going up over there. Even after the 1979 Iranian Revolution, the hostages, we still didn't go up in there because they wasn't dumb enough. I appreciate that like, big homie, because they wasn't dumb enough to risk the crown jewel of this country, the petrodollar. You got one monkey. You got one monkey that's been that dumb, and that's why he's stuck over there now. You ever look at what's going on in the strait, and you go, well, what's going on with this what's going on with this war? 1 minute it's over, the next minute they talk about ceasefire, the next minute they back battling each other. That's because he's trying to save the petrodollar, and they got them 40 gigs on him. He can't leave because of them 40 gigs, and I'll talk about the 40 gigs in a minute, and he can't win. That's why more and more and more I'm trying to get more higher IQ individuals up in this podcast, because these low IQ individuals, like I said, they either if they're an adult, they're being taken care of by either their spouse or some girlfriend or boyfriend or whatever. And if they're not an adult, they shouldn't even be in this podcast anyway, but they're being taken care of by their parents. So that's why they're going here. Who cares? Who cares about the petrodollar? You know when they're going to care about that petrodollar? When they used to their mother and father going to work every day at 8 o'clock, and they wake up one day and it's 8:30 and both them cars are still sitting in the driveway. That's when they're going to care about this petrodollar. And see, that's why MAGA sits here and they call me these names and I'm low IQ and blah, because they don't want me telling you this. What they want is for you to continue to believe that this country has all its wealth because one group of individual and one gender of individual is smarter than everyone, is harder working than everyone, when nothing could be further from the truth. This country is $100 trillion in debt. This country is broke. I say this on here every day. This country is broke, and that's the reason why they're bringing back that damn draft. They can't keep fighting these wars. They can't keep sending up $1 million Patriot missile, trying to stop a $20,000 drone. No, they got to fight these wars on the cheap now with your sons and daughters' lives. I keep telling people, you better get serious. People have no idea how bad of a situation we in over there. Believe you me, Trump would give his right arm to get up out of there. He too far in now. They got that 40 gigs on him with Miriam. And he can't get, he done lost the petrodollar. I just don't think Americans, 99.9% of Americans have no idea. They have no idea how important that is to the future of this country. You let them come out and say the greenback is no longer the world's reserve currency, because they keep talking about it might be the yuan, the Chinese yuan. I appreciate them likes, big homie. They have no idea that this country is skating on thin ice. And like I keep saying, I'm not even looking at the chat right now. But I can already tell you it's a bunch of silly comments because they don't want to hear this. I appreciate that like, big homie, because they don't want to hear this. Like I said, if you were given everything since birth just based on the way you looked and your gender, you wouldn't want to hear this either. You would want that fairy tale to go on for all of eternity. But no, that ain't happening, big homie. Why do you think that, once again, the futures? I'll go back to CNBC. Like I said, the low IQ people in the chat, ignore them. Ignore them. They don't know left from right. Once again, you see the futures. The Dow futures is flat. The S&P futures is flat. The NASDAQ is flat. That's because everybody's looking at this war in the Strait is like, what's going on here? Like, are you coming home, Trump? Are you gonna put him? Are you gonna blow him back to the Stone Age? He can't leave and he can't win. Why do you think the 10-year note is still at 4.4? I told you. If you want to know, if you ever sit back and go, why is Trump up in the, how in the hell is the president up in the middle of the night doing Truth Social posts? Shouldn't he be asleep? Why is he tossing and turning? It's because of that 10-year note. And don't you ever forget that, chat. The same way when he came out with them tariffs and that bond yield got too high. Not my words, his words. You can go back and YouTube it. Oh, I had to pull back on the tariffs because the bond market's starting to get a little gippy. Not my words, his words. I appreciate that like, big homie. The thing that makes Donald J. Trump wake up in cold sweats at night, just as much as them 40 gigs, is the bond yield on that 10-year note. And that's why I keep telling you, you better start paying attention to that 10-year note if you're American. That's all I can tell you. Stop looking at that silly, janky stock market that's fixed. You better look at that 10-year note, and you better look at WTI, West Texas Intermediate. You better look at the price of oil. That's all I can tell you. Because like I said, now we're getting ready to start weeding out all this silliness in this chat. And that's why I be ignoring a lot of these silly comments. I come in here and monkey around in the beginning because, like I said, all they are is people that walk the hostro for me. They bring more people into the room. But we get about an hour or so in, that's when I get serious. You this close to third world status because one monkey wanted to outdo Obama. It's been his lifelong dream. And now he done stuck his hand in a pile of fresh chicken manure. I appreciate that like, big homie. That's all I can tell you, man. You want to look at that 10-year note and you want to look at it every day. Look at the yield on the 10-year note. As that yield goes higher, that return goes higher, that's bad for the United States. Very bad. And when this war started, we was down in the threes. 3.8, 3.9, somewhere in there. And it had jumped up. You had got to like high 4.6. I appreciate you dropping them jewels on me. Who was that? Who ran them jewels on me? Who ran them jewels on me? That's Hayes. I appreciate you, Hayes. I appreciate that like too, big homie. Like I said, I'll monkey around in here for a minute. I'll monkey around at the beginning of this, but then it's time to get serious. And that'll make all the little silliness go out of this damn chat after a while. After they keep going, hey, ask me a question. Ask me a question. Hey, I got an Israeli flag. I got a Palestinian flag. Hey, look at me. Are you in the shed? I appreciate that like, big homie. Are you in the shed? Look, he's got low IQ. All that is the setup. That's the setup. To make me my ad money in the beginning. Man, you keep bringing, they don't understand that they work for me. Oh, with all that silliness. And then we get serious up in here. If you an American, you should be worried sick right now at what's going on. That's all I can tell you. Because like I said, I have never seen an administration in between a rock and a hard place like I see right now. That Petro dollars at stake, and you got them 40 gigs. Mossad and Miriam got them 40 gigs on it. That's all I can tell you, big homie. And why you think I live deep in the Hawaiian jungle. Growing my own food. You about to see hyper at the hell with inflation. Just like them Iranians told you. You go long for the days of $5 gas. You ain't seen Nathaniel yet at the grocery store. You better prep for hyperinflation. And like I said about that bond yield, you wait to these foreign, I appreciate that like, big homie. You wait to these foreign countries. The worst word in the world for the U.S. is when them foreign countries come in there and say, give me my principal. And Scott Bessett, otherwise known as Casper the Friendly Ghost, gonna get in there stuttering. Well, I appreciate that like, big homie. Well, the president's good, and my son. You wait till they ask. No, I'm not reinvesting nothing. I'm sick of you giving me this little 3%, 4%. Give me my principal when them bonds mature. And you ain't got their money. And you can't print no more money because the GCC is done with you. These little flags that they come in here and play around about gonna be the least of your worries, big homie. Just have no idea what's going on out there. And like I say every day in here, the people that should be the most serious, them 18 to 25-year-olds, is the ones in here monkeying around the worst. It's a shame. It's a shame that they don't understand why they about to get drafted by the U.S. military. The military is basically telling you that your life is worth less than a Patriot missile. We got to fight this war on the cheap, big homie. Well, we can't. We all these defense systems. We can't do that no more. That's too expensive. Oh, what about them little monkeys that monkey around on the podcast every day? Yeah, their life is worthless. I done already put Miriam's name in the chat. I'll put it in there again. That's who Miriam is. And Miriam is former IDF, making it rain, buying elections. Miriam, the reason why you stuck in the straight, big homie. You look at this chat. The hell you mean? What you mean 0% chance of draft redemption? I'm not even sure what you're talking about there. Well, let's make, while I'm catching my breath here, let's make We Got a Fish dude look silly. Watch this. Watch this. We Got a Fish dude. Trump rules. The question has already been answered in here. I've asked it 1,000,000 times. What university did Trump graduate from? And don't answer for him, or we're going to time you out. Since Trump rules, you should at least know what university he graduated from. Hey, Dylan, you got Google up, bud? Get it up quick, because he's only going to give me 3, 2, 1. You don't know. Once again, that's that entitlement talking. Do you live in my crawl space? I thought I heard someone down there. Trump is the absolute giga chat of all world leaders. Come on. Whatever that means. Whatever that means. Like I said, when you hear these silly comments defending that monkey at 1,600, I think you should tell them about the draft changes you mentioned in December. I keep telling them that the draft is coming in December. The draft is coming in December. I can't put it no plainer, law. That's designed to fight this war at swap meet prices. You are the swap meet. You are the farmer's market on the weekend. No, your life is no longer Rodeo Drive. You the swap meet. You that sale price at Walmart, or that ism they're trying to get rid of at the front door. That's you. Your life means Nathaniel to the U.S. military. Not this over. Yeah. It's automatic 30 days before 18th birthday. You will be automatically. Thank you, Joe. I think I'll read that again. Thank you, Joe. It's automatic. 30 days before your 18th birthday, you will be automatically signed up. Hey, but mom, you told me it was gonna be like Platoon. Well, they was just gonna send the poor kids and the darker kids over there. I didn't think I was gonna have to go, Mom. You told me it's gonna be like Vietnam. Mumsy lied to you. Like I keep telling you. You're gonna look up one day. You're gonna look up one day, and you're going to be sitting in the middle of southern Lebanon. I say this all the time, saying, oh yeah, I remember that dreadlock that I was calling a grandpa. I remember him sitting in front. I appreciate that like, big homie. I remember him talking about that green and yellow flag. And I couldn't figure out what the hell he was talking about. Oh, what did you say, Captain? You want me to go up there and subdue one of them Hezbollah guerrillas? Oh, that's the flag he was talking about. Not so funny anymore. Oh, when I get back to the barracks, if it's still there. Let me get back to the barracks. Let me go back to that old chat from 3 or 4 years ago when he was talking about that. Maybe I can learn something now. You keep monkeying around. You keep monkeying around. You're going to be on a boat in the Hormuz. Thank you, Baggins. In the Strait, where you can't leave and you can't win. And guess what? Mommy ain't going to be able to save you. Well, Mom, I don't know. I don't know. The captain said maybe I can call you maybe next month. Well, write if you can. Write us a letter if you can. You going to the Navy? They're going to take you to Navy. You going to the Navy. You going to the Navy. You going to the Navy. Okay, you got a little bit of brains. You go to the Air Force. You going to the Navy. Y'all ass going to the Navy. Y'all ass going to the Navy. Y'all ass going to, you're going to the Army. You going to the Navy. You going to the Navy. And you going to the Navy. Because they going to have to jack on the 7 seas now to try to make up that petrodollar. Mom, I've been on this aircraft carrier for 6 damn straight months. And a year ago, I was just monkeying around with that dreadlock on the podcast. This isn't fun, Mom. Hey, Dylan, did you get the draft card too? Yeah, I got it too, Pete. Yeah, Mumsy lied to me too. 9994. Aloha, you're in the Marine Corps. I'm a tour guide. What's your point? You are so jealous of others. Don't be mad that they had goodness. Yeah, I don't know who you're talking to. You ever seen the movie Edge of Tomorrow? Just like that. I haven't. I've heard of it, but I haven't. I haven't seen it, but I have heard of it. I need to watch it. If I'm not mistaken, the age limit is 40 or 41. They have to low key replace those young ones not being born. People aren't having kids like they used to. There's Joe right there. He's telling you. Guess what? Everybody in here, that's all the disrespectful youngsters up in here. I'm 55, almost 56. Don't have that problem, big homie. I don't have that problem, big homie. Everybody in here calling me, the ones in here calling me Gramps and old man. That's one problem I don't have. Where was that? There you go, Skylar. Thank you, Skylar. You're still living in a treehouse. So let's make 99. I need to catch my breath. So let's make 96, 90 look stupid here. Here we go. Good times. 96, 90. He's either going to say something stupid, he's going to try to change the subject, or he's going to shut up. This so-called treehouse that I'm living in, since I can catch my breath here we go. Yep. Treehouse. Yep. And this is for you too, Benji. This is for both of you. This is for good times, $96.90, and for Benji, I get $95 a head for people to come and see this treehouse. Per person, they pay to come and see this treehouse. I appreciate that like, big homie. And once again, I can prove it. You go to ParadiseUnplugged.com. You can check out my banana cultivation tour, my Hawaii Tiki tour, or my Big Island Jungle tour. So Benji, thank you, Law. So Benji, and what was the other name? 96.90. Yeah, that's for you. Here's good times. When's the last time somebody paid you anything to come and see where you live? So I'll stand up for this so we can all laugh at the same time. My question to you, Benji, is, and my question to you, 96.90. Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing, chat. Here's the thing, chat. Now, Benji said, no one is paying you, Granddad. Go to ParadiseUnplugged.com. Click on my Banana Cultivation Tour. Click on my Big Island Jungle Tour. And click on my Hawaii Tiki Tour. And you see we're 5 stars at $95 a head. Now, my question to you, once again, Benji, and you see this $96.90. When is the last time somebody paid you anything to see where you live? So let's just wait. Why don't you give us a view around? Like I said, he's either going to say something stupid, try to change the subject, or leave. So we proved 96.90. He's a fool. Now, where's Benji? No one's paying you. Stop lying. Didn't I tell you that? See, I can prove mine. Everything I just said, I can prove it. And you notice how neither one of them answered my question. So now that I've caught my breath and I made 2 of these fools look stupid at the same time, let's get back to the conversation. Now watch them. Now look at him. Didn't I tell you? Look at Benji. Look at Benji. He wants to know the last time I took a shower. Look at that. Where's 96.90? Look at him. Oh, you're a broke bum. You're the joke. Understand? I'm literally laughing at. Didn't I tell you? For all the regulars that come in here, I do it every single day. Every single day. And now these are my 2 fools. Look at him. See, now he can't stop. Now that Benji, now he can't stop. See, he thought I was just going to get in here. Oh, people pay me this and people pay me that. And see, he didn't think I could prove it, see. Now he looks like a fool. Look at Benji want them 6-inch. He want them heels. And I'm going to give him the 10-inch stilettos. The 10-inchers because it's Sunday. Now look at him. A lot of racists say, oh, yeah. Oh, Skylar, oh, yeah. They come in here every day. Look at them. Look at that 96.90. Because they mad. And Benji, you didn't prove anything. Yeah. And well, if you didn't go over to the website, yeah, Benji, you can be in denial. You look like a fool, Benji. You look like you walked into my trap, Benji. I did this to catch my breath, Benji. You look like a fool. And so does that 96. Didn't I tell you they would now they can't stop. Now they can't. Look at them. Look at them. Joe, they lost. Joe, they're not only lost, Joe, they're worse than lost right now. They're embarrassed. That's why they can't stop typing. Look at Benji. Look at him. Now they can't stop. I appreciate that like, big homie. Now they can't stop. What they fail to realize, Joe, is I set these traps every day for people. My regulars in here, they know the script by heart. They say, oh, that's why Law put out that fishing rod. Law said, here it come. Here we go. Now they can't stop. Look at him. Look at this Benji. Now, Benji works for me. See, Joe, I'm not sure if you've been in here before or not, Joe, but now Benji works for me. He works the hostro for me now. His job is to keep typing. The more he comments, the more that brings people in here, and the more money I make from advertising. Look at him. What traps? Look at him. Look at it. Look at this Benji. At least that 9690 says, hey, Dylan. Hey, bud, let's get out of here. Well, he's on Benji right now. We can sneak out of here with our tail between our legs. Come on, bud. Let's tiptoe. Maybe he won't see us. And Benji is going, hey, 9690. I thought we were in this together. And just like they said on Scarface, it's your tree, bud. It's your tree, Frank. You're sitting in it. There you go. I appreciate you. ANU. I do this. I appreciate that. Like, I do this every day. That's what they fail to realize. I do this every day. Now he's trying to ask, Joe, when you go back and look at the replay, I'm at about 2 hours. So Joe, check it out about 1:55. They're either going to say something stupid, they're going to try to change the subject, or they're not going to say anything at all. You can set your watch by these people. Now they done snuck out of here. Now, Benji's still here. And the funny thing, Joe, once I put him on the hostro in that mini skirt, and like I say every day in here, with the bright red lipstick and that, I like glitter, Joe, and I like heavy eyeliner. 4-inch, 6-inch, 10-inch stilettos. Once I put him on the hostro and get him commenting, Joe, they can't stop. Where you at, Benji? I didn't tell you come off that hostro. You get me my money. Now he don't know whether to stay or whether to leave, because see, his buddy then abandoned him. Like I told you, we gonna go on down to the Hotel California. It's such a lovely place, such a lovely place, such a lovely taste. Going down to the Hotel California. I do it every day in here, Joe. When y'all finish with him, send him down. Oh my goodness. Okay, I've caught my breath now. Look at him, Joe. Look at him, Joe. I do it every day in here, Joe. We're gonna head on down to the Hotel California. Such a lovely place. Such a lovely place. So the Eagles gonna start charging me for royalties. I sing this song in here so much. Law got me singing it. We're gonna go down to the Hotel California. Ali must be trumped hard. Thank you. H7F. Look at it. Joe, when I get him on that hostro, Benji, you can leave now. Go on with your boy now. At least I'll say, that's the one thing I will say for 9690. He said, let me creep my ass up out of here while they distracted. Hopefully I don't hit one of these creaky ass boards. But you always get one. They can't get off that hostro. Hayes, all I can do is tell you this, Hayes. I forgot what age you are, Hayes, but I think you're still young, Hayes. Hayes, they will give you an aneurysm. You can't listen to them, Hayes. I've learned a long time. Hayes, I envy you, Hayes. I just don't have that youth in me anymore. I envy you. I forget. I think you told me your age, and I think you're much younger than me. Hayes, I envy you, man. I wish I still had your stamina. I wish I still had your youth. You can't reason with these fools. 34. There you go. I'm cooking over here confused. Hayes, I remember when I was 34. Damn, that was a good ass time. Damn, well, you got me reminiscing now. Hayes, I envy you, big homie. You still got the stamina. You still got the. Is that a MAGA roach in there? A damn mosquito. Get out of there, MAGA. That's a MAGA roach. Or I'm not a MAGA roach, but a MAGA mosquito. My bad. Hayes, I envy your youth. I gave up on listening to these fools ages ago. Now he done finally left. I think this Benji done finally left. Got a good reverse sear. Keep going, Benji. You don't bother me. I'm for like minds. There you go. There we go. Sir, can you teach me something that will help me grow into someone better? Okay, we got a quality comment in here. What do you want to know, John? Where do you I don't give advice, I just give my opinion. What would you like to know, John? Yeah, I enjoy trying to see how they got where they are. Ignore Benji, John. He's working for me. You know how when you go over a rich person's house and they got like a gardener out there doing the damn thing, and they say, "Well, come on in." You don't talk to the you don't like Michelle Pfeiffer said in Scarface. I don't fuck around with the help. What would you like to know, John? John 8S8G. Are you still in here, John? About surviving in this world. How old are you, John? Let me ask that first. And all I can do is give you my opinion. How old are you? Thank you, Ali. I'm enjoying getting old, Ali. Ali, you'll never you can't sculpt lava rock with cotton. You 20. I'm jealous of you. If I was 20, John, and I had to do it all over again. If I was 20 and I had to do it all over again, the first thing I'd be trying to do right now if I was you, I don't give a damn if you got to borrow money from your parents. I don't care if you got to work a summer job. You want to buy you some land. You want to buy you some land so you have something that you own, that you're not making no damn mortgage payment on. You want to buy you some land. You want to learn to hook up solar. You want to learn how to catch and purify water. And you want to learn how to cook your food off of dry wood. And you want to learn how to grow your own food. You don't want to get caught up in this energy crisis that's coming. That's already here. That's priority one. And you want to learn how to build yourself, John. You want to learn how to build yourself a small structure. Forget about all your friends that are so-called going to buy big houses and they're going to be all leveraged in all these big fancy cars and they got all these mortgages. You don't want to get into that, John. And I don't know if you want to be a businessman or whatever, but I think everyone has a dream of being their own boss. If you can buy you some land, learn how to hook up solar, learn how to catch and purify your own water, and learn how to cook off of dry wood, then you will have the ability to start your own business, because you're not going to be buckled down having to go to some job, John, which is never going to give you time to run a business on the side, regardless of what people will tell you. Well, just go to work and do this on the side. You're going to be too damn tired to do anything like that on the side. In my opinion, John, you're very young. So you want to keep this in mind for later. You want to find you a woman. If that's your thing, you want to find you a woman while you are broke. I can't give you no better advice than that when it comes to relationships. You want to find you a woman when you are dead ass broke. And that's the woman you want to be with. Because you're going to see ups and downs in your life. And you got a whole lot of fair-weathered women and a whole lot of fair-weathered men that's only going to come around when the chips is up. Like LL Cool J said, when you're rich, you got friends. When you're broke, you're alone. You want to find you a woman when you are broke. And that's the woman you want to be with. Somebody that likes you for you. And I'm going to tell you another thing at 20, John. And this one's an important one. This is the one that gets a lot of youngsters caught up. And I'm not telling you not to have friends. I'm not telling you not to. I appreciate that like, big homie. I'm not telling you not to have friends. I'm not telling you that. The hell with your friends. The hell with your friends. That's all I can tell you. So many people following their friends. The hell with your friends. Right now, you need to be acquiring this land and trying to stay devoid of this energy crisis. And people, they're going to laugh at you. The same way they laugh at me. The same way they laugh at me about my so-called shit and don't know a damn thing about me. But I tell you what, John. Well, the last time I left my 3 acres was... Last time my wife and I left these 3 acres, I done lost count now. I haven't had to leave where I live for like the last 2 months. Because I got enough food here between what we grow and what we acquire at the grocery store. We make all of our money through podcasting and running our own tourism company right here on our land. I ain't left in like 2 months. I can't remember the last time I left. Well, I appreciate that like, big homie. Well, you got people right now, it's Sunday evening, and they in their closet going, shit, what the hell am I going to wear to that janky ass job tomorrow? Oh, let me make sure I got gas in my car. Oh yeah, I got to send Jack that email, and I got to deal with that janky boss that I can't stand, and I got to be fake. I got to come into the door smiling. Hey, how's everybody doing? And you get to their desk and going, I can't stand this damn job. And you only 20. And see, I learned this lesson late in life. If I did what I just told you, John, and I can't predict your future, you can't go back in time. If I did what I just told you to do, John, when I was 20 years old, man, by the time I was like 30, 35, man, I could have been, I could have had a fleet of Lamborghinis out front. A fleet. But no, I went to work and worked in the corporate world, and that's no problem for people that want to do that, John. Let them. I'm not knocking anybody that wants to do that. Let them. But them same people that's working them corporate jobs, they whine and complain on the weekends how they wish they could be their own boss. But they're too worried about what people are saying about them. John, I just hope you just saw. John, you see all the comments in here about me. I could care less about that. Do not worry about what people say about you. It's the one thing you always got to remember about people, John. Whether you living under a bridge or whether you living in a mansion in Beverly Hills, people, they going to talk about you either way. Either way. So you might as well do it your way. That's all I can tell you, big homie. If I could go back in time and do what I just told you, I hate to think about all the shit I could have right now. That's all I can tell you. And I hope that helped you. Look at this. This Benji is still in here walking the hostro for me because he's embarrassed. You know why he's still in here, John? You know why? Because he's trying to redeem himself, John. Because he's worried about what everybody thinks about him. Like I said, John, you just saw the last 15, 20 minutes of this podcast. I hope you saw that. All the negative comments, the racist comments about me. And all I did was make them look foolish with my mind. No violence. I appreciate that like, Big Homie. No violence needed. No name calling. It's not going to get you anywhere. I made him look stupid with my brains. And that's why he can't stop commenting. He can't stop bringing people in here. So what we're going to do now, I'm going to show you what we do with people like that, John. Watch this, John. Book. You still in here, Book? Let's see if Book is in here. Even if John left. I don't know if he left or not. Oh, no, there's John right there. Thank you, sir, for the helping me. No problem, John. I appreciate that like. You're welcome in this podcast anytime. I hope you sub. Let's see if Book is still in here. Let's see if Book is still in here. I know it's a little delay on the whoop. There it is, Book. Book, that Benji. Just like Tony Montana said in Scarface, and I'm not going to use the exact words because I'm on YouTube. When Frank was on his knees, don't do that to me. Don't do that to me. That's Benji. He's Frank right now. Don't do that to me. Benji, I'm not going to do that to you. Book, this Benji is yours. Just like Tony Montana said and he walked away. That Benji, he's yours. And all the OGs in here know exactly the scene that I'm talking about. And then they thank you, Book. Thank you, sir. Thank you for that. And then they all walked out. And then him and Manny walked out. And then they go. And then Manny go, hey Tony, what's up? What about Ernie? That was one of the coldest scenes in the movie. What about Ernie? And everybody had forgot about old Ernie, the whole movie. And one of my favorite scenes in the movie. Hey, Ernie, you want a job? And he took a swig of that Jack Daniels. Because he thought it was over for him. And even Ernie wiped the little drip from his mouth. All the OGs in here know exactly the scene I'm talking about. Thank you, Tony. Thank you, Book. Now, a pig that don't fly straight. Thank you, Joe. All the OGs in here know exactly the scene I'm talking about. What'd you say, Benji? I can't hear you. I can't hear you. Where's your woman at? Where's your woman at? Okay, your woman's there. And then the next scene, you see Tony Montana waking Michelle Pfeiffer up and say, "You coming with me, baby girl." So we'll keep going here. We'll keep going here. So once again, that's the what's good with you, 3179? So how long I've been on here? About 220. Anybody up for a quiz? Anybody need a pop quiz? You know, I'm probably do another 30 minutes. If anybody want a pop quiz, or anybody got a conversation they want to talk about, or it's up to y'all now. Now that we got rid of the silliness up in here. Look at this fool. Hey, everybody look at me. I appreciate that like, big homie. Hey, everybody look at me. Hey, everybody look at me. Look at me. Look at me. Look at it. Book, I'm going to take care of this one. Next. Just like on that Ice Cube album. Does anyone have this feelings that we are at the end of an era? Well, without a doubt. That's a great question. 3179. I like that one. Yep. That's exactly what's going on. 3179. Anytime the U.S., anytime this country is worried about the petrodollar, and if the greenback is going to be the reserve currency on this planet, you can't get a bigger era change than that. That's a great question. Yep. See you, Stinky. Why do you get offended with these haters? We'll move on from that. So who is Iman? So Iman, it's pop quiz time. Iman, what year did the PLO start? Since you're so pro-Palestinian. I won't even look at the screen because he's either not going to answer or he's going to say something silly. So we'll move on to JJ Jad. Do I support Israel? Do you know anything about Israel? I appreciate that like, big homie. Do you know anything about Israel? That's the first question here. Come on, Iman. It's grime time. Jaja Tajaja, do you know anything about Israel? Where are you from? What's your specialty? You see that Iman, he free Palestine. He sounds like a broken record. Free Palestine. I can't answer the question that he just said. Free Palestine because he's a low IQ individual. So it's time for us to clown. So Jad, I'm from Argentina. I'm seeing my country being dismembered and the entire society is being completely unaware and uninterested in what's happening. All I can do is tell you this, 3179. You from Argentina, so that's Southern South America. So I can't really say you're being affected by the so-called technate. All I can do is tell you this, Argentina. That's why you got to stay devoid of silliness. You got to go for yourself. It's the same way over here in America. 90% of this country has no clue about what's going on, or they don't want to accept what's going on. And that's why I tell people all the time, I worry about my 3 acres. Because you have a lot of fools out there. You have a lot of fools throughout the world, from Argentina to America to everywhere. See, you get so offended. Who is this? Who is this Chloe Rosie? You might get agitated fast, but it's just Chloe Rosie. Did you just hear me give that soliloquy, that long ass speech about how these people work for me? I appreciate that like, big homie. I mean, did you just hear that? This, Chloe, is what frustrates me. When you say something as dumb as that. When I just got done talking about how they work for me. for 20 damn minutes. And you come in and go, well, these trolls, you should let them get you agitated. Well, all I can do is tell you this, Chloe. Whether you join late or whether you join early, you shouldn't bust in the room because you're MAGA and somebody told you just because of the way you look, you're right in anything you say. Why don't you get a feel for the room? Get a feel for where you are first before you start giving advice. I just got here. See, you told on yourself, Chloe. Do you see how you told on yourself? I just got here, and yet you come in the room giving advice. That's like you walking in somebody's house going, hey, oh, what? I'm not going to say hi to anybody. You need to do this, and you need to do that, and you need to do this. Because I'm MAGA, and I've been told that because of the way I look, I can do any and everything I want. And I can tell you this, you that, and you this. And I can come to your house and not say hi, and I can leave your house and not say bye. Chloe, shut up. Why do you over-explain your stuff? Why do you sit here and watch me over-explain my stuff? I'll answer your question with a question, Chloe. Don't get mad at me because your entitlement is in jeopardy over there in the straight. It was a normal question. You could just mute the trolls and move on, not hard. And you can just swipe up and leave, Chloe. Scott, what's he say? Chloe C, put your pumps on and work the car. You know. Thank you, Scott. I'm glad I didn't have to say it. I was trying to refrain from saying it. Thank you, Skylar. Thank you. But she's not going to stop now. Because it's rude when someone speaks, I won't scroll. Okay. You don't have to scroll, Chloe. We're going to show you what we do with people like this. Book. Book, if you're not busy, sir. I know you got a busy life over there. I really hate to disturb you. But we have someone that says, I won't scroll. Here we go. I'm going to talk to you in a second, Jack Frost. Maybe Book's tied up. No problem. Oh, there he is. That Chloe right above you, he or she or whatever that is all yours. Thank you in advance, sir. So let's watch this. I want to scroll down so I can see this. I'm gonna scroll down for a second. This is one of the best parts of my day. That Chloe Rosie, sir, with the number 1, because she's entitled or he's entitled or whatever it is. Ooh, no, hold on. Hey, Chloe. Hey, Chloe, I can't hear you, bud. Thank you, Book. Hey, Chloe. Chloe. Hey, Chloe. 1, 2, Freddy's coming for you. 3, 4. Hey, Chloe. This is Chloe. Hey, Chloe, we can't hear you, bud. Oh, I told y'all. Got the best moderator in the damn business. I appreciate them. Oh my goodness. Let me scroll down here. What we got here? What's John Vo saying? It's pretty sad how some people come on someone else's chat to just put people down because that's the only way they can feel better about being themselves. I almost feel sorry for them. John, thank you first, John. John, 1982. Thank you. I gave up on feeling sorry for these people ages ago. Ages ago. Now they just work for me. You know you just a worker. Like LL said, you know you just a worker and your boss is my man. LL this, LL that. Every time I come in the place, I want to take my in your motherfucking face. Oh my goodness. I appreciate that. Thank you, John. 1982. It's sad. And the bad part about it, John, here's the worst part about it, John. This is when I gave up a long time ago. When I Googled, and y'all can Google it and correct me if I'm wrong. I said, how many channels are on YouTube? I think it's like 50 something million, something like that. And then they come into here. They got 50 million other places that they could be. And they come into here and talk that crap. And that's when I gave up on them, John. Real talk, fitness. Real talk. What's Chase Huber says. It's like Chloe is asking questions about the movie before it finishes, wanting the answer, but all you have to do is watch the movie to find out. There's a philosophy for you right there. Yahweh is Satan. Who in the hell is Yahweh? User, supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Who in the hell is Yahweh? I don't even know who that is. Imagine some fool named Chloe telling Unc what to do. I won't say the last. What is this? What is it? Nacio. I'm used to it, big homie. I'm used to it. Hello, remember me? Who is this? This is Benz. I'm the guy donating a lot of gifts to my old user. Was Plin Lover and Jesus Lover. Vaguely. I'm not going to lie. Vaguely. My day was good. How was your day, Benz? And since you've been in the past, since you've been so kind, why don't you hit that super chat? Why is God not? How good? How about you? I've been good. I've been great. I had a tour today. Got on the podcast. Checking out all the high IQ homies up in here. Dealing with the low IQ maggots up in here. It's been a great. I appreciate that like, big homie. Skippity doo dah, skippity day. My, oh my, what a wonderful day. Plenty of sunshine heading my way. Yeah, it's been a great day. Yeah, I can't complain. Like I said, at 55, 56 years old, every day above ground is a great day. Here we go. We got one. Here we go. Ozzy 3030. What about the other two flags? What about the other two flags? I got to make sure my battery don't run down here. 3030. What about the other two flags? Oh, holy moly. Hey, Dylan. Well, how do I get out of this one, bud? It's your tree, Ozzy. You're sitting in it, bud. No problem, Biz. It's good to see you. It's good to see you as always. Ozzy, come out and play. Ozzy, come out and play. What happened to Ozzy? What did he do, Scout? Did he bite the head off that bat? And it didn't agree with his tummy? I mean what happened there? Where'd Oz go? Oh my goodness gracious. Oh my goodness gracious. Every flag on the wall is beautiful, unique. Thank you, Switches. I appreciate you. Switches. Ozzy was his name. Whoopty whoopty whoop and whoopty whoop. He was his name. Whoopty whoopty whoop and whoopty whoop. What's got hit and run? Where are you from? 6287? Where are you from? Ozzy. Okay. You know it's dark when they put that on. Was his name? Whoopty whoopty whoop and whoopty whoop. Wait, where is he from? Malaysia. You see what Jeff wrote, didn't you? That's not where I'm from, but that's where I'm at. Like Rakim said, it ain't where you're from, it's where you're at. Hopefully that answers your question, because I appreciate you answering my question. I love the way y'all ask a question and don't, where you from? The proper way to do that is, hi, host, I'm from Malaysia. If you don't mind me asking, where are you from? Where are you from? Damn. Incredible. English is not my native language. Okay. I'll get off you then. 6287. Why did you ask if I'm from Colombia? What out of all the countries in the world, what the hell made you think I was from Colombia? To the people screaming free Palestine, how about you go over and save them, Mr. Captain Saver? All I can do is tell you this. Switches. They don't know nothing about them people. I quiz them in here every day, and they don't know a damn thing about them people. That's the new street cred, Switches, I've learned. That's the new street cred. I'm gonna claim Palestine. Or I'm gonna claim Israel. That's gonna make me sound cool in the dorms. That's the new fad now, y'all. Free Palestine. Y'all heard about the new fad that's going around? Yeah, that's the new fad, big homie. Yeah. We everybody claiming free Palestine. I quiz them in here all the time. Salam yourself. What we say? People don't know how to communicate with John. I gave up on that a long time ago. I could have said Hawaii. Well, you could have said a lot of places. And I'm not even from Hawaii. I'm living in Hawaii, but I'm not even from Hawaii. I'm from damn Ohio. Free will. They really don't. They just see what's on the media and follow the trend like a sheep. They don't know the history of anything. It's just these new. And like I say every day on here, who's that? That Switches. Like I say every day on here, they what it is, Switches, is they don't realize I appreciate that like, big homie. They so low IQ, they being disrespectful to the people that they so-called claiming to be behind. They being disrespectful to them people. They couldn't be more disrespectful. Free Palestine. I don't know nothing about Palestine. I'm sitting up in suburbia America, looking at my big screen with a refrigerator full of food in this comfortable ass house, with a wardrobe full of clothes and a damn access to 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 cars. And them Palestinians is struggling beyond struggling right now. They couldn't be more disrespectful to them people. But that's the new fad. That's the new Jerry curl juice. That's the new stonewashed jeans that's going around. So that's the game that they playing. It's embarrassing, switches. Respect to people from, well, first of all, 6287, if you're going to give respect to people from Ohio, learn how to spell Ohio. Can I get a O? O. Can I get a H? H. Can I get a I? I. Can I get a O? O. Ohio, not. Oh, that motherfucker spelled it. Ohio. Oh, that's right. That's right. My bad. English ain't your first language. I take that back. I take that back. Because you know multiple languages, and my black ass only knows one language. So I keep forgetting. My bad. My bad. My bad. My bad. My bad. Y'all stall him out. That's my fault. That's my bad. But what else? What other language do you speak? Like they asked Richard Pryor in concert. Well, what language do you speak when you're home? He said, jive? Let's see here. What have you been diagnosed with? Like I said, I'll go back up here. I'd rather speak to somebody that English is not their first language than some fool that English is their first language. What other language what's your primary language? 6287. Are you the one from Argentina? Where are you from? Now you've been chatting and chatting and chatting and chatting and chatting and chatting, and I ask you one question and I can't get a reply. Maybe that's that delay. We're talking to 6287. Nobody asked you, Germany. And you probably don't even know anything about Germany. And you from Germany. Does anyone here speak German? Are you from Germany? 560? Okay, you from Germany. Once again, 560. So I can get a confirmation. Okay, what do I know about Germany? Here we go. Here we go, yo. We got one here. Now, you from Germany. If you can't answer this question, you're going to make all of Germany look bad. And do not answer for this person, or we're going to time you out. We're not going to time you out. We're going to hide you for good from this chat. What does BMW stand for? What does BMW stand for? Let's see if 560. He goes, oh, Dylan. Oh, Hydric. How do I get out of this? How do I get my arse out of this sling? Where you at, Germany? What does BMW stand for? A Bavarian. BEP. Oh my God. You know what? This is I'm starting to realize this is a worldwide That's a Skylar, that's a better answer than the German gave. I'm, I'm starting to realize that this is a worldwide crisis here. No. Ski's answer is right. Luke Ski. That's the correct answer. And I bet he's not even German. Thank you, Ski. And I bet he's not even German. So we'll give you one more, Germany. We'll give you one more, and then we'll never answer one of your questions again. Hey man, I am. Okay, here we go. I said the same thing. You hear this person? You know what? You just forfeited the question. I'm on the Ski. Here we go. Well, let's give it to Ski. Here we go. Now don't answer for him. All right, Ski. Let's see if you can. Let's see if you can do the doggone thing here. And my battery is getting a little low. Here we go. This is for Ski. This is for Ski. Here we go. Ski, you ready? You there, Ski? Let me make sure Ski is on here. This is for Ski. Ski, okay, there you go. We're going to give you an easy question, then we're going to ride it up. Give me the 4 countries after World War II that divided up Germany, and them same 4 countries divided up Berlin. I appreciate that like, big homie. Let's hear it, Ski. Once again, if anybody answers for him, we're going to time you out. If not, delete you altogether. Give me the 4 countries that divided up Germany, and they also divided up Berlin. And we're going to trust you, Ski, that you're not going to use Google. We're going to trust your German self. Where you at, Ski? Russia, USA, Russia. You said Russia twice, Ski. You want to correct that answer? You want to correct that answer, Ski? Russia, US, Great Britain. Give me the 4th one. You said Russia twice accidentally, I believe. That's why I'm giving you another chance. All right, okay, here we go. Okay, we got one. We got one with Ski. Here we go. Here goes Ski. Once again, I just hid that 560 from the channel altogether. Yep, altogether. Do not answer the question for Ski. Ski got this. He don't need your help. Now it's going to get harder now, Ski. How many miles is the Berlin Wall? Do not answer this question for him. This is Ski's question for anybody that's just coming in here. This is Ski's question. How many miles is the Berlin Wall, Ski? Where you at, Ski? Give me a number, Ski. Don't worry. You got the first one right. So even if you get this one wrong, wrong, we'll still give you a 3rd one. Roughly, how many miles is the Berlin Wall, Ski? Do not answer for him, chat. You got to convert that over. No, that wouldn't be. I mean, you might be right. Can you give me that in miles? Can you give me that in miles, Ski? Hold on, I'll do the conversion because I don't want you peeking over on Google. Hold up. Is how many miles? There's Ski. There he is. See, why don't y'all? You just low IQ up in here. You just low IQ up in here. Ski got it. Okay, here we go, Ski. Now we're going to up the ante again. Because this person is stupid. That person is stupid. We talk about this every day up in here. So here we go. Here we go. We got you, Ski. No, you got it, Ski. You got it. Okay, we're going to make it a little bit tougher now, Ski. Roughly, how many watchtowers were on the Berlin Wall, Ski? And you see, we timing people out and we deleting them. Anybody that plays that gonna try to answer the question for them. Let's see it, Ski. Let's hear it. My battery's getting low, Ski. Let's hear it, bud. Let's hear it, Ski. It's taking you too long, Ski. I feel like you're cheating on me, Ski. Roughly how many watchtowers were on the Berlin Wall? You're taking too damn long here, Ski. Thank you. Thank you for being honest, Ski. My research says there's 302. There's 302. But I take my hat off to you, Ski. You knew you ism. One last one and I gotta go because my battery's running low and I gotta charge it. One last one for you, Ski. Here we go. This is the last one. This is for Ski. Yes, you guessed right. You guessed right. One last one for you, Ski, and I got to get up out of here. I've been on the damn thing almost 3 hours. Going back to BMW, you knew it was Bavarian Motor Works. What does the symbol represent? I appreciate them hearts, big homie. What does the symbol represent, Ski? You have all of humanity on your shoulders here, Ski. I appreciate Skyler dropping the jewels on me for $250. I appreciate that, big homie. Chase Huber, I've done a tour. I'll be back on tomorrow. I'm gonna give my outro here in a second. I got Ski. I appreciate that, Huber. Chase Huber, I appreciate that. Ski, me battery's running low here, Ski. You have all of humanity on your shoulders. What? Oh, Ski. Ski. Bump, bump, ba, boom, boom. It's a helicopter propeller. But we take our hat off to Ski. Everybody, y'all clap it up for Ski. Ski says, y'all clap it up for Ski. Y'all clap it up for Ski. Hopefully you sub, Ski, because we need more high IQ individuals in here. We appreciate you. We appreciate you. Thank you, Jeff. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate you running the jewels on me right quick, Jeff. I appreciate everybody. So once again, I want to give a shout out to the greatest moderator in the business book, for doing the damn thing up in here. I want to give a shout out to all the regular viewers up in here. I want to start off with Skylar. And it's starting to be a whole bunch of different people up in here. So I got to get to know some of the newer people up in here. But Skylar is from the old school. And did I miss anybody from the old school? I don't think I missed anybody from the old school. I appreciate you, Skylar, and all the new people up in here. I appreciate the new subs up in here. I appreciate the high IQ individuals up in here. And I should be back on tomorrow morning. We're going to do a double session tomorrow. We're going to be watching the markets. We're going to be seeing how everything is flowing. We're going to be watching the markets, seeing what's on and popping up in here. Hibachi time. There it is. There it is for sure. Savage Glizzy. Savage is starting to come back up in here. He's from the old school. He comes and goes, but he's starting to come back up in here. I appreciate you, Savage Glizzy. And once again, if you're under 18 or you're a low IQ individual, go find another podcast, please. This one is not for you. I'll be back on tomorrow morning, once again, unless I get a last-minute tour. The only reason why I'm not on is if I have a last-minute tour. But we're going to do the double session tomorrow, and y'all hit that like button. Y'all hit the sub button. Y'all hit that follow button, hit that notification button. We coming back at you with the Bavarian Motor Works. Aloha and mahalo.